It's heavy. God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party animals. Leaps of faith, Geronimo. Check my watch, tick, tick, tock. My God lives outside of those. Please do not limit me. My worth infinity and beyond. This is our buzz like yeah, right here. Don't tour it out, story, oh no, Whoa, let me breathe. God too cold, stay on freeze. Couldn't buy me with 100 G's. I'm priceless, but he paid the fee. Money can't make that purchase. Patience has a purpose. We just scratching the surface. The wait's gonna be worth it, cause God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. God's timing is perfect. Patience has a purpose. Waiting for it's worth it. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Patience has a purpose. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Patience has a purpose. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the. Show up late to the fiesta. God's time is so much better. Blow hotter than some peppers. This beat got me feeling extra. Two-step, no drink. Don't care what you think. Been high, no dang. God's love, fill my tank. We are not following trends, just following him. Swallowing pride, take off a fence. Guarding my heart with my tumble defense. Y'all think we whack, not hardly. Jokes on you, no hardly. You think we tardy, truth is, we right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the party. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right on time when we late to the. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Yeah,
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then sometimes in the morning when Bitcoin's super exciting, we will go live to cover that crazy price action, guys. And Bitcoin, oh baby, this thing is unstoppable, guys. Bitcoin breaking that $60,000 level. Now, if you were watching the live stream last night, you will know we were talking about the potential possibility of seeing some new all-time highs before the halving. And if you saw that live stream, you kind of know my thoughts on that. And, we've never seen this happen in the past. But as you guys can see, I'm not going to lie, guys. It is really starting to feel like a bull market. You know, it's those days where you just wake up, check your phone, and it's just like, oh, my God, it's up again. This is crazy. It really does remind me of some of those days back in 2021. But obviously, guys, we have to be careful. Nothing goes up in a straight line, except for Bitcoin in a bull market. But, we can't just look at this market with just bull glasses and be blind to any pullbacks. But I want to talk about the price action, guys, as we break the $60,000 level. What are those next key levels of resistance? And if you saw where we actually got that pullback from, it was right off the level we gave last night on the live stream. So I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about the next levels above us, because as you guys know, there really is not too much resistance between where we are right now and that previous all-time high at about $69,000 and some change. So super exciting stuff here, guys. Where can we see Bitcoin go? We're going to cover it all on today's live stream. Shout out to the CandleMafia. What is going on, everybody? We got Crypto Anon in the chat holding down as the mod. Shout out to Crypto Anon. Thank you for being here, bro. And some people might be in the chat be like, it's Kryptonon, dude. I know. I just call him Crypto Anon, and I can't call him Kryptonon now. It's just a norm now. But shout out to Crypto Anon. Thank you for being here, bro. We got Valerie in the chat. What is going on? We got Andrew. What is going on? Let's see. We got Servando Estrada. What is going on, bro? Thank you for tuning in. Cryptic Sniper. Wolfman ate my crypto. What is going on, bro? Said smash that like button, guys. The next live stream that we get 1,000 likes on, we will be giving away 0.02 Bitcoin. Which is worth more than it was yesterday. So it's pretty funny. I feel like people might delay hitting that like button. They're like, I'm just going to wait for Bitcoin to rip. But smash that like button, guys. Shout out to Dominic, says 69K soon, potentially. We're going to take a look at the possibilities there. Shout out to Darren Does Things. Says, I'm here. Smash the likes. We got Jay Anthony in the chat. He says, hey, yo, Frankie, what is going on? And Tony, what is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. And with all that being said, Crimson Caravan Company, John Vucci, No One, Anna Maria, and French Toaster, last but not least. Thank you guys for tuning in. And with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this crazy price action and try to figure out where this thing is going to go next. So here we are, guys, on the Ethereum chart, because we all know the market moves. I'm just kidding. Let's go ahead and pull up Bitcoin here on the Bybit chart. And as you guys can see, yesterday on the live stream, we were looking at some very specific levels to the upside, and we were talking about how really one of the only levels, we actually do have another level up here. I'm not going to lie, guys, I did have to dig to find these levels, because if we just come up to something like the weekly time frame and we zoom out here, there really is not much in our way. Let me actually hide some of this stuff. There really actually is not a lot in the way of where we are right now and the $69,000 all-time high, right? If we hide the golden pocket and the 786, hide this little volume profile, you guys can see, right? If I just go ahead and pop up that all-time high at $69,182, I want to also take a look at the VRVP, or the VPVR as I like to call it. But, here's the thing, guys. There isn't really much in the way of where we are right now and that all-time high. And like I said on last night's live stream, really the only level that I was looking at that could potentially give us some kind of resistance, if I could find the level here, let's pop it up. I believe it's this one. No, it's not that one. I'll just pull it up. It was at 61,000. Let me just unhide some of this stuff. Right here, right? 61,000, I believe, was the number. Come on. I want to get the exact number here. I don't want to give you guys false levels. $61,161. That is 61161. Was that only level that I could really see, in my own personal opinion, to see as some kind of resistance level between where we are and the all-time high. Now, we do have another level sitting here, getting a little closer to about 65K. You could kind of look at $65,000 as the psychological level. It's that nice whole number, or I guess you can call it a round number of 65,000. It is likely going to be that psychological level of resistance. A lot of people probably going to be looking to take profit there if we do wind up making it up. But to be be honest, guys, looking at the volume profile, once we wound up, well, if I zoom out a little bit more here, obviously there's no volume there now. Come on, VPVR. There you go. This high volume node, I know it's a little bit hard to see. Let me actually brighten it just a little bit for the Mafia. There we go. Come on, come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Get brighter. Why are you not changing? There we go. So let me just brighten these bars up a little bit so you guys can see the profile a little better. But you guys can see, right? The reason we were looking at this level last night on the live stream was just because that was really the only thing between where we were and the $69,000 all-time high, and it had to do with this high volume node. And what happened? Well, it was our next target, and simply price ripped on up there and tapped the level almost to the dollar. Let me actually hide this position real quick. But you can see we ripped right up there, tapped the level almost perfectly, and then got that pullback. And to be honest, guys, still remains really the only significant level in the way of us and that previous all-time high. Now, again, I did find another level, but I did have to dig for it. But it is going to be somewhat of a valid level, right? And it is sitting right up here at about $65,000. More accurately, it's at $64,000. Let me get the exact level for you. At about $64,708, right? Creeping up towards that $65,000 level. But here's the thing. This is an old value area high from somewhere back here. I'm not going to pull the actual range right now, but it is a previous value area high that wound up shooting on over here at 64,700. So, if we do continue up, guys, just like this was our target from last night, and we are now sitting there, if we do continue this pump, and we will talk, I did get stopped out of my short from last night, which is obviously probably a given, unless my stop loss was completely unreasonably set. But I did get stopped out of a, I don't want to pull up the premium right now because there are some proprietary information in there. But no, I got stopped out for about a 3% loss, but obviously the longs are continuing to pay us out. I will pull those up in just a second, and the longs are way covering the losses plus profit. But if we do continue up, guys, that next target technically that I'd be looking at to the upside, although not a huge major target, it's not a macro 786, it's not a macro value area high, it is simply a local value area high from the previous top, right? So again, if we continue up, the next level I will be looking at is right here at $64,708, where we could potentially see some kind of turbulence like we're seeing right now on our current target. But really, guys, the next major level that I see is that previous all-time high at $69,182. So there you go. That is basically where I'm going to be looking. And I will just kind of say, as you guys know, we have been looking at the daily time frame for potential signs of weakness to look for bigger short positions. Now, like I said, I did get stopped out of my short here. That I was in. Let me come down to a lower time frame. The short that I was in yesterday, I did obviously wind up getting stopped out of. I believe the entry was up here at around 57.3. We came down a little bit. We did hit TP1. I did not take it because it was a smaller position. Again, a lot of these short positions that I've been taking, I've almost been expecting them to get stopped out. And again, that is why the losses are so small. But I did get stopped out of that position, but obviously the longs are paying out. So simply put here, guys, absolutely insane. Now, I do want to cover the local price action coming in a little bit closer, zooming in to the local time frames here. I want to talk about that, but let me go ahead and see if I can pull up these trades. Let me go ahead and see if I can find them. Bada boom, bada bing. So here we are. One trade here on BingX. It is a long entry down at about $40,000. This one is now up 7. And now it's gone. It's gone, guys. We're broke. We lost all the money. I dropped the trade, apparently, and it fell into electronic oblivion. So it was a good trade while it lasted, but now I guess it's closed. I'm kidding. I don't know. Let me fix that. But obviously, yeah, we are up over 1,000% on this trade on BingX. Shout out to BingX if you guys want to sign up and trade long or short your favorite coins or Bitcoin or your favorite altcoins. You can check out BingX to save on fees or get deposit bonuses using our link in the description down below. It will also help support the channel. But this long is absolutely on fire, up over 1,000%. Let me see if I can pull up my Femex account really quickly. I'm actually going to pull up my face cam. Just so I don't leak any personal information here. I don't need anybody getting my logins here. All right, here we are. Okay, so let me pull up this position. Bada boom, bada bing. Come on, baby, come on. Now these are older, or this Bitcoin long is super old. Really, what I wanted to talk about was the Matic long. But yes, my long from 26.8. My long from 26.8 is still alive, guys. It is still alive, up about 2K, 1,268%. Like I said, guys, I am holding this one for the meme. And then that Matic trade is up over about $11,000, a little bit more, up about 336%. Now, we will take a look at a couple of altcoins today, guys. I'm not going to take a deep look at them, but we will take a look maybe at Ethereum, maybe at Matic. These are shorter streams in the morning. But yeah, the longs are absolutely playing out. And here's the thing, guys. I got stopped out of that short position yesterday for a small 3% loss. Lost about $200 on it. I know a lot of people are probably curious, like, well, what's 3% to you in the grand scheme of your trades? Lost about $200 on that trade, but like I said, these longs are paying out much more than that. And, you know, it is about, at this point in the market, guys, obviously being more greedy with the longs and conservative with the shorts is the name of the game, because you don't want to miss the opportunity to potentially catch a nice short position, right? So that's why we took the trade from up here. We got the swing failure pattern, took the short, should have taken TP1. And then we just wound up bing-bonging and ripping and stopping myself out. But I was actually hoping to come down to one more lower level, but we just hit TP1. Sometimes you don't hit every single TP, but nonetheless, you know, small losses versus big wins is the name of the game. And here we are, guys. And this is the local TA that I wanted to do. I actually was looking to take these highs one more time, and there we go. So this is crazy. You can't make this up. Shout out to anybody in the premium Discord. But you know, on this local TA here, guys, looking at the 10-minute here, the 15-minute, we did start to put in some bearish divergences on these lower time frames, like the 15-minute, into our key level of resistance. But you can see here, you know, I actually did look for it. I was potentially interested in a small little scalp short here, but I was even letting the premium Discord, I would really prefer to take these highs one more time. And here we are, just happened live. So we did just take those highs. You know, if I did take that short, would have gotten stopped out. But again, it would have been fine, right? Because it would have been a very small position, almost understanding that, like, hey, there's probably a good chance this is going to get stopped out. But there you go. Taking the highs one last time, guys. But I want to talk about the local levels of support, right? We talked about that next major level of resistance, or the next level of resistance. I don't know if I would call it major, but yeah, at $64,708 is going to be that next level that I'm looking at. And yeah, if we keep breaking out here, guys, things might go crazy. Now, I don't want anybody getting super mega bullish. You know, I mean, you could feel bullish, right? Feel good. The markets are pumping. And like I said, this is basically the closest that I have felt to a bull market since 2021, right? Like, there's times where, you know, I'm waking up in the morning and I go to check if my short got stopped out. And I'm checking, and like it only takes a couple of days in a row of me being like, "Yup, the shorts are not hitting right now," right? And it's like you just wake up and it's like, "Oh, we're up again." And then it's like, we blasted off last night, right? We broke that $55,000 level. We broke the $56,000 level. We shot right up to $57K, which was the target we were looking for. And when you see an explosion of multiple $1,000s like that quickly, you know, you look at that and you're like, this is interesting, right? We're not used to this happening all the time. And then you wake up the next day and you're at 60K. It's just like, this is really starting to feel like a bull market, guys. But please be warned. This is not me saying that this is up only and you should buy everything right now and we are going to go up forever. That is not the case. I am actually slightly concerned, guys, because, you know, again, yesterday on the live stream, we were talking about potentially hitting those all-time highs. And for anybody that was unable to see the live stream last night, just to kind of break down what we were looking at for you, the next major levels, once we break that all-time high, in my opinion, is going to be this pocket between about $77,462 and just under 80K. So those are going to be the next major targets to the upside if we break the all-time high. But I want everybody to understand that, like, it is very unlikely, in my opinion, that we are just going to go up in a straight line forever, right? Obviously, there is going to be pullbacks along the way. So we have to be aware of these. And I'm never going to be one of those YouTubers that just comes on screen and talks about how, oh, it's up forever, just buy. This is the next altcoin. Although we do that, right? We're just not going to do this when the market is super overextended. So you do want to be careful. Obviously, we have the ETF hype. I know a lot of people are we talked about this yesterday. A lot of people are starting to speculate like, oh, is this big money FOMOing into the market, smart money FOMOing into the market? And my natural response to that, guys, is probably not, right? That is not typically what smart money does. The the ones who FOMO in at the top of the market, right? So it does have me a little bit concerned that we are just going straight up parabolically right now. Could this shorten the bull market? Could we potentially top out sooner than we expect? Are we going to see that 4-year cycle change? This is something that is impossible to predict, but you have to be open to the ideas of it potentially being a possibility. So, and the way we do that, guys, is we simply set the levels and we analyze price action as price gets to those levels, right? We're not blindly shorting this level, right? We are looking for confirmations, specific confirmations, as we interact with the level of resistance. We go over more of those specific confirmations, more specifically go over the order flow in the premium Discord. I don't cover that much on the live stream. However, it is all about being a level-to-level trader. We wait for price to hit our level. We analyze the price action. Is there a trade to be taken? If there is, we take it. If not, we sit on our hands and we let the other trades play out. And that's been the name of the game the whole way up here. Basically, the name of the game has been, close the shorts and hold the longs, right? There's been many times where I considered closing a short at a key level but did not get the confirmation, so I held it, and we get the next move up, right? So it's not only about knowing when to take the trades, but when to hold the winners and close the losers, right? I'm not holding on to my short that I was in yesterday praying for price to come back down, right? I am not deep underwater right now going, please go back down, my shorts are wrecked. I'm stopped out at a controlled loss, and it's no skin off my back, right? And this is how you can become a profitable trader. It's not about being right every single time or betting your whole account on one trade that's going to make you a millionaire overnight. That is not how trading works. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It is a get-rich-slow game, right? And the name of the game is stay in it. Don't get kicked out, a.k.a. do not wreck your account. So, and hopefully you guys can kind of see how I manage my risk. And obviously, I don't want to pull up the Discord right now because there's a bunch of premium posts in there right now. But I share this, right? When I get into a loss, I like to share that loss with you guys so you can understand how I'm managing my risk, right? The 3% losses versus the 1,000% gains, right? And, you can lose more often than you win with that risk management and still be profitable over time. So as we continue on here, guys, those are the key levels of resistance and those potential new all-time highs if we are going to see that before the halving. Again, remember that's never happened, but we could be open to something different happening as the cycle is likely to change over time. Now, if we do wind up pulling back, there are a couple of levels that I would be interested in for some significant support. Let me hide some of this stuff. But actually, let me go ahead and get rid of these blue boxes, and I can get rid of this and this and this. Okay, so really just looking at your volume profile or your visible range volume profile, you can see your high volume node here at about 57K. And if we actually, let me see if we have any confluence here. Not quite, or at least this is the 5 hour. Let's come down to the 1 hour. Yeah, okay, so yeah, about $57,000. We do have this local golden pocket retracement, also in line with that little previous value area we were looking at yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that range as well. And you can see your point of control is in confluence with your golden pocket, and then your value area low is in confluence with your 786. So these are going to be two levels that I would be watching if we do get a significant pullback here. Again, local pullback might bring you back to this little cluster where you also have this high volume node closer to 60K or $59,340. But if you get that bigger pullback, this is kind of where I would be looking, right? And not only do you have the golden pocket, but you also have the value area low 786. And on top of that, if you do come down, obviously, you would want to keep this value area high at 57,567. In mind, right? Because you could bounce off that value area high, but once you get underneath it, you're likely to come test these other key levels, which in my opinion, this golden pocket is the saucier of these two I guess the saucier of the two levels between the value area high and the golden pocket, right? You have the POC confluence here. Your high volume node is pretty significant there. And you can see like on your value area high, you have the shelf of volume, but really, this is probably where the support's going to come in. So I would really like to see something like that, or even down to the value area low. And remember, guys, this is where we would be looking for, for example, if we do get this move down, you can use these volume profiles to look for potential new long entries, right? You don't want to be longing at the top of the candle here. You want to wait for that pullback. And with the volume profiles, you can use this as context, right? If you're at the bottom of your range and you're deviating below and you're getting bullish confirmations, this could be a significant sign that, hey, this is an undervalued Bitcoin. You could pick it up for cheap and then ride it at least back into the POC of the range or the value area high of the range And in this specific scenario, if we were to continue up, you could break out and come off to those higher prices, potentially targeting that $64,708 level. So it's nice to look at the volume profiles because it gives you an opportunity to be like, hey, I know I'm within this range, right? I'll even put the value area high there. Once you come back in, you know, hey, I'm within this range. I'm probably going to go to the POC in the low, right? And then when you're down here, you're like, I'm not going to get super bearish, right? Because I know that this is key support locally. If I get bullish confirmations, I can look to ride this up back to the top of the range. And if we break out, boom, and we get that bigger move out or that bigger move up to 64,708, you are magically going to be long from the bottom, right? And you will have that perfect buy the dip opportunity. And this is the way I like to use the volume profiles. But those are going to be like kind of the key levels to the downside I would be looking at. Obviously, you can look at your local fibs from the low right here at about 58,577 to the high. These are going to be more local levels. And then your golden pocket does come in here at about $59,628. So these are all key levels to look at. You can see it's all supported by your volume. High volume node on this golden pocket 786 level, so that's going to be key. So I'll actually mark this off as a box. And we'll see. Maybe tonight on the live stream, if we get that pullback, maybe we will get the bounce from that level. Or maybe we won't. We'll find out. But there you go. High volume node on the golden pocket 786. Then you have a pretty significant gap as obviously we did get that quick move up. So if we do break below this level, could get a quick move down to that value area high, which is our next little zone of support between, I would call it 57,568 all the way down to the 786 at 55,921. And again, it's not just that like you have to randomly find a level to long here, but you have to look at this as context. That's why I always put these boxes, guys, because it makes it very simple to kind of see the ranges, right? Now when we come down to this level, it's like, oh, okay, well, we have another value area here. And now I know how to handle price within that value area to find a good entry into a new trade. So there you go. That is what I'd be looking at on Bitcoin, guys. Super, super exciting. Locally, we are, that 15-minute bear div did wind up printing. And then we got stepped on with a green dot to take those highs, which is literally what I was waiting for. And then, VWAP's starting to roll over here. So we'll see if we can come down. Definitely a level of resistance here. But now you guys should be prepared no matter what happens. If we get the breakout, you're prepared. If you get the breakdown, you know the levels to watch. And not only the levels to watch, but how to look at the market, right? How to actually put context into where price is going to go next. But let's check in on chat really, really quick. Shout out to Pick Chick Corey. Kaggle? Shout out to you, bro. Or I guess you. I don't know if you're a girl or a boy, but shout out to you. I think you're a girl. I think you're a female CandleMafia member. Shout out to all the female CandleMafia members. Says, I want that pullback. Yes, I will always want the pullback. I agree with you there, Big Chick, 100%. Let's see. Man, what a nice hat. Shout out to Bad Axe. This is the Loden colored Frankie Candles hat. Speaking of the Frankie Candles hats, guys, we are going to be giving away 5 of these on Friday's live stream. So if you're interested in winning one of these, if you leave likes and comments on our videos, likely you'll already be entered to win. Shout out to Blanchard's Bees in the chat. What is going on? We got David E in the chat, says, let's go. We got Captain Kirk, CandleMafia Mama in the chat. What is going on, Cap? Captain sent me a bunch of screenshots of some fire trades she's been getting into. Captain, did I answer that? I think I did. I hope I did. If I didn't, Cap, I will check that after stream. Shout out to Captain Kirk. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Crypto O, or Crypto G. I'm sorry, I can't see, guys. I'm going blind. It says, hi, Frankie. I've been using your indicator by my BTC setup was perfectly on the daily. Pump started at the value area low and hits the POC perfectly. Thanks, bro. Shout out to Crypto G, guys. If you guys don't know what he's talking about the Frankie Candles Essentials indicator by Lux Algo. This is my collaboration with Lux Algo. We work together for them to develop an indicator based off my trading style, incorporating all the techniques that I use, and it is 100% free. If you guys are interested in using it, just search my name in TradingView, and you can get it on your chart by clicking here. The feedback on this indicator, guys, is absolutely insane. People are absolutely loving this, and they're making money with it. So shout out to Crypto G. Congratulations, bro. Remember this. You did the hard part, right? You had the discipline to take the trade, take the profit, and the tools just help. So remember, pat yourself on the back. It's not like this indicator is just telling you when to buy and sell. There was a lot of work that you did as well. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Chef, said LFG Mafia love. What is going on, bro? Stupid Bitcoin says, Frankie's Frankie's indicator helped me make the AI open source code. Shout out to Stupid Bitcoin. Stupid Bitcoin. I have a feeling you're not really stupid, bro. If you're out there coding AI. Shout out to Stupid Bitcoin. But real quick, yeah, Richard says we need one more shakeout. That would be very, very nice. I would enjoy that a lot. Shout out to Emery Lopes says, how to get the volume profile on the right side. Yeah, so this is the visible range volume profile, but to change the side of where the actual volume pops up, you simply come to Style, Placement, and then you select right. If you select left, it pops over here. Select right, it pops over there. I believe you could do this on the fixed range as well. Yeah, so Placement, volume on the left. If you change it to the right, it will come on over here, right? So it's just a preference on where you'd like to see the volume. For the visible range, I like to have it on the right. For the fixed range, I like to have it on the left. But, guys, yeah, shout out to Dave, said 61K. Wow, is this a dream or simulation? Either way, it's pretty cool. Shout out to Dave Hagen. Yeah, absolutely insane. I know Bitcoin is exciting, guys, but let's go ahead and check out Ethereum really quickly. Could Ethereum be on the way to that $3,500 level, sitting right up here? You guys know this is our next major target for Ethereum. After we have made it past our levels of resistance, we were yesterday. We were actually starting to reject this level here at $3,300 almost. Got a little bit of a pullback. We are now pressing up. And as you guys know, in the longer term, we are looking for Ethereum to fill its macro range from the top of the bull market. And we are, we are simply on the way to do this, guys, flying through this volume profile, hunting out that value area high. Value area high is technically sitting at $34.98, just about $3,500, guys. I do think there is probably going to be a good chance that we make it up there. It's not too far off, right? We're not too far off from that level. So going to be looking for that to come in on Ethereum. And then real quick on Matic, guys, because I am still in this Matic long. I did just pull it up before. Right here, up 332%. Got almost 4,000 in profit locked in. Almost 7,000 left unrealized here. However, taking a look at the chart, guys, kind of to talk to you guys about what I am expecting out of Matic here. If we do continue up, the reason I am still holding a decent portion of this trade, actually, let me see here. How much of this trade am I holding compared to the original position? Bear with me here. Okay, yeah. So I took 50% off this trade. This was originally a $40,000 position. It is now only $20,000. So I did take about half off this trade, right? So I only have half my money left in here, and still up 7K. But the reason I am still holding half of this trade, guys, is because look what we are doing. Although this is a very key level of resistance, sitting between $1.10 and about $1.03. This is serious resistance because we not only had a naked point of control here, which is no longer naked because it's been tapped, but this is also a previous value area low, aka doorway to higher prices. If we're able to stay and maintain support above this value area low, chances are we are going to gravitate towards the POC at $1.10. And then once we flip this is where we could potentially see Matic take off and give us a really, really exciting move up to about $1.28. Very similar technique to what we were looking at on Ethereum when we were tapping our head here on the macro value area low, looking for this macro range to fill all the way up to $3,500. Right now, Matic is more in this kind of phase where it's kind of banging its head. But then once it gets up and flips to support, that's where we're going to expect that bigger move up. And actually, if I pull up this Ethereum chart, let me see. Where is my maybe I might have to pull up the Let me pull up this ETH chart is what I wanted to look at. Come up to a higher time frame. We'll go up to the daily. So very similar to Ethereum. Matic is in a very similar situation, right? We are approaching that bull market macro value area, hitting our head. Once we flip it, we are going to look not only for, if we come down to back to this Matic chart. This is a slightly different volume profile, right? This is a local volume profile. So locally, we could expect to hold the value area low at $1.03, potentially give us a move up to $1.28. But if we come back over to our other Matic chart over here, this macro volume profile pulled from the actual bull market, this is a much bigger range, right? This is the more macro volume profile, and if we hold this level as support, this could be, this is actually closer to what Ethereum was doing, right, in this range. So right now, the situation we are in on Matic, come on, what is going on? Where are we? Where'd it go? Yeah, so this is your local range. I don't want anyone getting confused because we do have a lot of stuff here. Let me actually get rid of a lot of this stuff as well. So I don't want anyone getting confused because this is very simple, and I don't want to overcomplicate it for anybody because it can look complicated, but it's not. Right now, locally, what I'm looking at for Matic is this little range from up here, right? That's the range that could bring us up to $1.28, right? And that's what we're playing with right now. So short term, that is the range I'm looking at. But longer term, we are looking at this. See if I can get it to spawn here. Come on. This volume profile is the bigger volume profile, right? So this is this range, right? Does that make sense to everybody? This is the local range up to $1.28, but we also have this bigger range from the top of the bull market right here. So in the longer term, using that exact same theory, if you hold this value area low, that could start your journey up to $1.47, which is where the macro POC of the macro range is sitting. And then if we flip that macro POC, we could see a move up to the macro golden pocket value area high confluence, very similar to the Bitcoin macro golden pocket that you guys are all very familiar with. And that is sitting up almost at $2. So local on the high end locally, we could potentially see Matic get to about $1.28 off that local range right here. And then if we wind up blasting off and going absolutely parabolic, we could fill the bigger range up to the value area high golden pocket confluence. And again, comparing this to Ethereum, I know I'm flipping around these charts very quickly, guys. I hope I'm not confusing anybody. But if we pull up this Ethereum chart, this macro range is this macro range, right? Does that make sense? This macro range from the top of the bull market is like this Ethereum macro range from the bull market, right? And we saw this gigantic move up for Ethereum. If we go to the value area high, it would be a 72% pump. On Matic, it would wind up being closer to about, come on, let me just pull the dang measuring tool. Just work for one time in your life. Work for one time in your life. There you go. About a 91% pump. So just like that happened on, is everybody seeing? Is everybody seeing that? Bada boom. Bada boom. Bada boom. Bada boom. Right? Are you guys seeing the similarities? And the reason we were looking for Ethereum to do this, guys, we were doing this exact back and forth, comparing the Ethereum chart like this, but to the Bitcoin chart. Because at the time, Bitcoin had already filled its macro range, right? This is Bitcoin's macro range. So we were looking for Ethereum to do the exact same thing, right? So very, very similar situation between ETH and Matic here. So just like ETH did this, we could potentially see Matic eventually do this. But again, remember, locally, we're not expecting that to happen because we have this smaller range to fill. So hopefully that makes sense. I hope I didn't just completely confuse everybody. It makes sense in my head. So hopefully, and I think the value areas really do simplify what we're actually looking at here. Let's see. Chemistry Bro said, oh, baby, new all-time high is coming this week at this rate. Dang, tomorrow at this rate. Yeah, insane, Chemistry Bro. This thing is just unstoppable. Let's go zoom into the local price action here. Yes, continuously trying to take these highs. Let's see. Rating as recommended. Shout out to M2RSVP. Are we getting rated? Who did we just get rated by? Who rated us? Shout out to, if we did get rated, shout out to whoever rated us. You guys are awesome. Let's see. I did see the spike in viewers. Randy. Randy rated us. Shout out to Randy. Is she in here? Thank you for the raid, Randy. We appreciate you. Let's go. Shout out to Randy. Let's get it. Awesome. Shout out to Randy Hipper. Thank you for the raid. I like that. We would have to probably go live way early to raid you. We have to be live at 5 a.m. All right, but real quick, guys, that was a little bit of Matic TA, a little bit of Ethereum TA, a little bit of Bitcoin TA, and real quick, I do want to take a little quick look at XRP. As you guys know, XRP has been pretty boring lately, and as we were looking at last night, you can see here, we do have, we love Frankie. Shout out to Randy. Let's see. Hi, Frankie. Is it money season yet? Still holding my 20x long on Sol since the sauce level at 98.60 and looking to keep it running for a while. Do you think DOT is in the same sauce level now? Shout out to Bruno. I will take a look at DOT really quickly. But I just want to talk about this super, super quick, guys. Little cup and handle action. Mostly played out here, potentially. But anyway, Guys, you can see we are starting to break off into somewhat of a low volume gap here. We're actually getting clung up on this shelf of volume here, but we are looking to flip this to support. I could see potentially XRP moving up to this previous value area low, sitting at about 63 cents. And I just want everyone to be, the reason I'm looking at this, because I want you guys to be prepared. If we get up to the 63-cent level, it is time to start paying attention to XRP, because if we break above here and flip this to support, I mean, what do we have here? It is another macro value area pulled from the top of the bull market, right? And then once we flip that value area low to support, we could see bigger moves up towards that POC at about 85 cents. So not going to do any like crazy analysis here on XRP, but I just want everyone to be aware that there is somewhat low volume here, and we could be approaching this key level at 63 cents. It is indeed a key level to watch. Shout out to Dave Digital dropping those golden emojis. What is going on, bro? And Golden in the chat said, just woke up, 60 effing K, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Golden. I know Golden is extremely happy. Also saying what's up to Randy. Let's get it. But let's see. Grabbed a little spot on the big pump today. Not what John Vucci said. John Vucci said, grabbed a little on spot. I missed the big pump today. Looks like it could continue. Yeah, and, just coming back over here, guys, remember, we are approaching resistance. The resistance level we looked at on last night's live stream at 61,116. And, again, guys, I honestly hate bringing up when we're right, because it just feels gross to me. I'm just like we could have been wrong, right? It's like I don't know. I just hate when people are like, oh, I told you this was going to happen. So I don't do that, right? But what I will say is, do you guys remember looking at this level last night on the chart and the specific reasons why we were looking at it? You can find these levels too. I don't say, look, we were looking at this last night because I'm right, I'm the best. It's because we showed you where we got that level from, and I want you guys to start doing this as well, so you guys can actually find these levels before price moves, and you can be ready for them and potentially get it into a trade if you get the reaction you're looking for at that key level. But real quick, I do want to take a look at DOT. I forget who said it. Somebody said it. Yo, shout out to Retro Mike, said, I'm new to this crypto thing. I buy BTC when it hits 100K, right? Yo, shout out to Mike. Bro, thank you for the super chat. Yes, you want to wait for it. The higher the price goes, that's where you want to buy. You don't want to buy at the cheap prices. That's silly. Shout out to Retro Mike. I know he knows I'm kidding, but just anyone who may be super new to crypto out there, I am obviously joking. But shout out to Retro Mike. Let's go. Yo, someone said exactly as predicted. Shout out to someone. Yo, these names are ridiculous. Shout out to someone out there. Dave Digital said FTR, the drop to POC is a 2K move. Shout out to Dave Digital. Yikes, that would be a pretty Golden with the 50 Frankie Candles memberships gifted. Let's go. Shout out to Golden. Starting off the morning with 50 free Frankie Candles memberships. Let's go, Golden. You absolute goat. I'm nervous because Golden is obviously happy about 60K. And what does he do? He just spreads the love with the CandleMafia. Shout out to Golden, bro. You are truly a special human being, man. Just helping grow this community and giving people the access to these fun emojis. Drop that golden emoji if you just got access to a membership. Yeah, Medic Money said Golden equals legend. Is there something above legend? If there is, that's him. But let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Really, really quickly. Soundboard back in play. Shout out to Dave Digital. Dang right, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Digital. Finally got the stream deck all set back up. And hey, shout out to Creighton C. Said at Mike, when you see 126K, you FOMO, buddy. I need exit liquidity. Don't worry about what exit liquidity is. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank God I know Mike. Retro Mike knows that this is all a joke. Shout out to Creighton C, bro. Thank you so much for the super chat. You're the man. I appreciate you. But let's go ahead and take a look at Polkadot. And here we are. Now, let me just really quickly check. I believe it was a... shout out to Alt F4 in the chat, said, go, baby, go. Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. Shout out to Alt F4. I'm actually headed to the shoe store right after this. And shout out to M Ninja. Shout out to M Ninja gifting that Frankie Candles membership. Thank you so much, bro. We appreciate you. I don't know what sound this is going to be, but I'm just going to hit a random button. I didn't label them yet. Oh, it was a go. I thought it was going to be like I don't know. I thought it was going to be like let me see. Nope, that's a goat too. I thought it was going to be like That's what I thought it was going to be. Not a goat, dang it. But let's go ahead and take a look here at Polkadot, guys. Now, as you know, coming on over here to the higher time frames on the weekly, guys. We talked about this the other day on the live stream. Now, taking a look here. Obviously, we've been looking at, DOT potentially being somewhat undervalued, right? A lot of these altcoins have already gotten big moves up, all the way up to these previous bull market value areas, as you can see right here. A lot of these altcoins have already been knocking on the door here and been playing around up at these higher levels, and DOT is kind of just stuck in that bear market range. Very similar to our friends over at Dogecoin, right? I don't know why I said friends over at Dogecoin, like we know the Dogecoin people. But our friendly holders of Doge over on Dogecoin still stuck in this bear market range. Now, again, when a lot of these other altcoins have already broken out and have started testing the previous value area lows, and some of them are even in their macro value areas, getting those gigantic moves to the upside. I mean, heck, Ethereum is dang near the top. Right? Dang near their value area high. And you have things like DOT. You have things like Dogecoin still chilling in these bear market ranges. Very, very interesting indeed, being that not only are they stuck down here, potentially undervalued. Now, guys, obviously, I don't necessarily think Dogecoin's going to go to zero out of nowhere. Obviously, it's proven itself. Did we release that? I think the Dogecoin video already came out. If you check our Dogecoin video that we uploaded, I believe, or maybe is it coming out? Hang on, let me check here. I don't want to say, hey, go check out a video if it's not there. No, it is the Dogecoin Explained video. If you go check that out, you'll learn a little bit about what they have going on over at Dogecoin, but these are potentially undervalued, right? Like even Link, right? Look at Link. Link was in its bear market range, broke out, and now it is inside its macro value area. So very similar to Dogecoin, I think DOT could still be potentially undervalued here, especially when you start looking at Market Cipher B and you start seeing that beautiful money flow crossover into the green on the weekly time frame. This is oftentimes the sign that you are about to get a bigger move to the upside. And we've talked about this on many things, such as Chainlink, right? That weekly money flow crossover. I mean, I've talked about this kind of often to explain it to you guys, but that money flow crossover on the weekly for Chainlink caused that breakout of the bear market range and that over almost 200% pump into the bull market range. So shout out to was it Dave who asked about DOT? I don't remember exactly who asked, but you could potentially say here locally that you are dipping into some pretty significant resistance. And let me just go ahead and extend this volume profile. Yeah, and we could be going for that 786 retracement. I would expect some kind of resistance there at $8.82 for Polkadot. But once we break above that, next key level is going to be sitting at about $9.86. Which is, I believe, it is this shelf in volume, right? So you have all this volume down here. Price likes to stick to those high volume nodes like they are a magnet, as you can see. Now, once you break above this key level, guys, the reason it is a key level or a key U level, I don't know, that's definitely just a typo. Once you get above this key level, guys, look at your volume. Look at that volume gap. So you hop above that key level at $9.86. That's likely where you're going to get a quick move up into that previous value area low, which is sitting right here at about 1440. Right? So that's kind of what I would look for on Polkadot. Now, if I pull this range all the way back to kind of where it started, simply put, we are in our bear market range attempting to break out. Now, again, we've tried to break out before and failed, right? We tried to break out here, got sucked back into the range, but what did we do? We wound up retesting the POC, which we know when you get breakouts of these value area highs, sometimes you like to come back down, test that POC before finally getting the breakout to higher prices. And on top of that, you are now getting the weekly money flow crossover. Polkadot does look, as long as things still remain good for the market, Polkadot is likely to follow in the footsteps of these other altcoins. It just seems like Dogecoin, DOT, as well as a few other coins are continuously lagging behind the rest of the altcoins. Even taking a look here at Atom, which I am very bullish on. I'm bullish on interoperability as a narrative in general, but even Atom, still stuck within its bear market range. Once we get out of here, it's likely where you're going to see those bigger moves up to that bull market value area, which could technically be pulled from a few different places. Could be pulled to here, which puts your value area low at 1942. Amazing year. If anybody was around back then, you will know that was very, very nice times. And then you can also pull this range as well, which puts your value area low at 2632. So I would kind of play around with those two ranges. However, just very, very similar here. Just looks like Atom is lagging behind a lot of these other altcoins. And I mean, in my opinion, like these are very, very good projects with really, really good fundamentals and potentially very bright futures, right? So like, why would I be chasing something? If you're missing some of these altcoins, instead of chasing these things, like there are still some undervalued coins that could be poised to break out here, especially with those weekly money flow crossovers. These are historically massive, massive bullish signals, right? Weekly money flow crossover on Dogecoin. Obviously, the last time this happened, it wound up giving us an insane rally, of about, 31,748%. Now, I wouldn't expect that exact percentage gain, but not only are we forming similar patterns down here currently with Dogecoin, where there's not enough price history here, but we did have a very similar pattern here with a descending triangle, some sideways consolidation, and a big breakout before this big move up was also triggered by that weekly money flow crossover. We are literally seeing almost the exact same thing on Dogecoin right now. So guys, with all that being said, I did just want to go over a couple of those altcoins. I think I went a little bit too long here. These are supposed to be 30-minute streams. Dang it, we went for almost an hour, but that's okay, Mafia. Bitcoin smashing that 60K level. Now you guys have the key levels of resistance and support to watch, and kind of what I'm expecting. I am in no short trades for anybody who is interested in knowing that. Like I said, I got stopped out of my small short from yesterday, lost about 3%, but obviously those 1,000+% gains on the longs are covering those losses plus plenty of profit. But I am not holding any short trades. Once I get off here, I will probably dig deeper into the price action to see if there's any reason to go short at the level we're sitting at right now. And you guys will have insight on that on tonight's live stream at 5:45. If you have not watched our live stream at 5:45, go check that out. That's our main show where we do tons of TA, not only on Bitcoin, but the altcoins, kind of like this, but just a little bit more extended. So shout out to the CandleMafia. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And with all that being said, that's all the time I got for today's live stream. I'll see you guys later at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for tuning in. Smash that like button on your way out. That's all the time I got for today. I'll see you guys later. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong. Bitcoin to the moon.
Tables. Praise be to the God above at the night. All I wanna do is love, I don't wanna fight. Why you coming at me telling me to get in line? I can see the pride coming up out your eyes, I'm not surprised. How can I do this? You sound like Judas, confide in the jeweler. I see mountain trying to move her, you live for the moolah. That's kinda cooler, frying the noodles. You pray to Buddha, I bow to Yeshua, I ain't that foolish, no. I've been on the road too long, the Pro Tools broke, but folks who hold, they got anxiety but cope with dope. Why you think they listen to NF? Why you think we go to service, never hear the message? Attention span gone, the Instagram one. We give the bread off for likes to get on. We build a kingdom, but where was God's son? I don't need no spot at your table, I'm here to see his will done.
Holla, 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 don't forget about the game, yeah. If it ain't about progression, better get it out my face. And show by your aggression, but we running our own race. We can't stop the blessing, film, just get up out our way. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable.
I used to call people and they never call me back. Now they hit my phone like the minute they hear me rap. Oh no, I ain't with the nonsense. I'm a pilot, you a punches. Y'all are not my friends. Yeah, I'ma run this race at my own pace. At my table, always say grace. Holy Father up in heaven, yeah, that's how we pray. You need faith to please God. Reach out, reroute your way of thinking. What if I told you that you were dated like Pinkett? If I drove a Lincoln, would you think so different than me? Hope a Bentley and identity would never coincide. I think the enemy would try to catch with something flashy running by. Yeah, they want a piece of the pie, but I'm not willing to divide unless I give it the tithe. Y'all be acting so divine, more like hypocritically. If Jesus came up to your table, would you give him a seat? Sheesh. You act so famous. When all of that glory belong to Jesus, our Savior. Don't speak, just save it. I'll break bread for ages, cause my table consists of J. Crumb and Fameless.
Holla, 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 don't forget about the game, yeah. If it ain't about progression, better get it out my face. And show by your aggression, but we running our own race. We can't stop the blessing, film, just get up out our way. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable. We don't need no spot at your table. My team versus your team, you can't be my stable.
TradingView off your phone. Bitcoin hit 60K. You spend $1,500. You know what, Mrs. Candles? If you didn't have such nice hands, Mrs. Candles, I'm kidding. You get whatever you want, Mrs. Candles. Whatever. I think this is 1,500. But have fun at lunch, Mrs. Candles. Oh, my God. These gains are not going to last long. Oh, you guys saw that. It's okay, guys. Mrs. Candles deserves that. It's okay. Shout out to the Mafia. I'll see you guys at 5:45. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out,